Alright, what's going on, guys? As much as I don't want to admit it, I have indeed sold my soul and downloaded TikTok, and I've just been mindlessly scrolling through my For You page all the time. Now, every now and again, I come across people with either funny, weird, or downright disgusting stories that I feel needed to be brought up and brought to light. And if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you've followed up on some of my videos I've uploaded, you'll know that I've covered a few creators on the negative side. But today, it's something a bit more different, but with all that being said, let's just get into the video, man.
My thoughts are like a bright symphony. I'm simply changing everything that I begin to see mentally, but physically I plan to change it.
The guy I have on the screen right now is Isse. Some may know him as the cheese car guy, the guy who talks about random topics and most of the time just doesn't make any sense. Most of his videos that made him blow up are filmed in his beat up car filled with spray insulation. At first, when I saw one of his videos, I literally thought he worked in a scrapyard and was trying to be funny, maybe make himself into a meme, talking in this funny accent that's quite similar to David Attenborough, you know, the guy who makes commentaries over those BBC documentaries, or an old British man. Hell, I've even seen people say he speaks somewhat like Obama.
So number one, you know, we are a social animal, right? We have communities, we have fathers, we have mothers, we have...
But the more I scrolled through his page, I'd see that he'd only be in this pink shirt, which is probably the only shirt that he has in his possession or owns. Most of TikTok probably sees him as a character or a meme or funny person that you'd get a quick laugh at and just go on with your life. But beneath all of this, looking deeper into his story, you found out, like another YouTuber said, it's pretty fucked. EssayRobles was raised in Ohio by Somali immigrants. By his peers, I've heard that he was artistically inclined and overall well liked. Now, after some research, Isse was an athlete as well. That's what I found out, becoming one of the top in track and field. You can find him all over his high school record books, and going through his Facebook, you'll see a lot of pictures that he uploaded of himself with friends or running. Following his graduation in 2014, he'd begin taking classes at Columbus State Community College, while stating that his only work experience was menial labor or restaurant jobs. He then went on to buy a camera equipment to attempt to make a living off of his art, such as photography on his Facebook page, which I'm unable to find right now, or vlogging on his YouTube channel. And honestly, I'm not surprised that he was described as artistically inclined. After looking through his YouTube channel that he started in 2015, you'd see that he planned to film his attempt to get back into track and field, travel vlogs, or just random montages. His earlier vlogs was actually really well put together, and some good color grading and really nice editing. You'd either hear the peaceful sounds of the wind, birds chirping, or Isse himself sharing some rather deep thoughts.
A long time ago, I lived in a place far, far away. And in that place far, far away, I would walk to a school very far every day. And every morning, as I was on my way to school.
Now, if we start looking through his YouTube account from the beginning, from his first video entitled Vloggy 1 to Vloggy 3, we see a normal everyday guy. Honestly, the content at this time on YouTube was pretty normal. It was really good vlog footage, and we could see that he had people in his life, friends or maybe family, I'm not sure.
You gotta be more intense than that. Come on.
I'll try not to speculate from here, but it's difficult to piece everything together without someone personal or close enough to discuss the whole timeline. It's rather fucking hard. But I'll lay everything that we know and that's available on the internet right here. September 5th, 2017. Isse uploads a video where he goes on to explain that he was evicted and does a time lapse of him packing up. A few weeks later, he uploads another time lapse filled video of him going shopping, doing some biking, and setting stuff up up at home, including some pretty nice soundproofing. We can assume that at some point he'd be doing some YouTube videos at home, and later on we do actually see him using this setup. October 8th, 2017. In the later half of this video, we see Isse getting an MRI, and after looking at the description, we discover that he's a cancer survivor.
To take everything off, there's pants there in a row, and here's some slippers.
I didn't put stuff back where I was supposed to, so they can deal with that.
Following this, we see some art videos, some montages of Isse putting together some abstract art. It's also important to note that he hasn't spoken in these videos. He hasn't spoken in months. This is important because following this on March 5th, 2018, on a video entitled Anxiety, we see him now adopt the vocal pattern that we hear today. We can tell that he's very much stable though. I'm not a psychiatrist, nobody commenting on his videos are, and just because we may know some terminology, some people close to us may suffer from mental illness, it doesn't mean you're a registered therapist. But we can see that Isse is in there. He's forming complete thoughts, sharing his artwork and how it's helped him with his anxiety.
I'm going to talk you through exactly what anxiety is. Being introverted versus being extroverted. And give you exact methods on coping with your anxiety.
But something is still off about him. The video uploaded after this would be entitled Depression, giving us a bit more insight to his mind. He talks about some things that he's overcome, most notably stage 4 tumor. Now, we don't know when this tumor was removed or discovered. In the comment section or the videos uploaded, I see people attributing this to his speech pattern. It's also believed that the tumor was a byproduct of the cancer he referenced in the video that I went over before, but this means that what he was getting looked at when he got the MRI was this. Most people should know that a stage 4 tumor is pretty serious and in most cases fatal. Removal of such a tumor in such a spot, it takes a long time to recover from that. Many speculate that the drugs given to Isse following this removal was what ultimately destroyed his nervous system and brought him to his current mental state. I don't know how true any of these statements are, but we all know one thing. Between the time we saw him in late 2017 to early 2018, we know something fucked him up. The next few videos we would see were random, which included some called Not Coming Soon, Vine compilations, alt-right memes, and some vlogs, which are still at this point very well edited and put together. Something that we definitely see though is the fact that Isse was still capable of producing some great videos, with cuts and, like I stated before, good color grading, despite the fact that all of these things were filmed in his car going to random places. Some of the saddest videos that we see are of Isse applying and being rejected from jobs, both due to the fact that the vlog footage was so well made with cuts of rain and you could really get the vibe of sadness.
Like I'm cursed or something, I don't understand. This is terrible. This is terrible. Work sucks. You know, growing up is just like as I'm starting to figure out. Adulthood is just getting used to the work cycle. Process of going out, giving up your time so that you can go do it again next week.
And also because of how debilitating his mental state was. At this point we see Isse living in his car, no job, limited funds, and from what it seems, no friends or family. But we do see some uploads of barbecue vlogs celebrating various events with the SSA, or Somali Student Association. hopefully getting in some good meals and much needed social interaction. We're not sure how many of these he's attended and hasn't documented, or how long he's been with the group, but I think these significantly helped him out, definitely. Then the next would be his biggest, and currently his most viewed video, entitled How to Survive Cancer, Survivor Talk Number 1. Isse provides an explanation to the best of his ability about his experience with cancer, going on to confirm that the tumor was indeed on his face, around his nose and mouth area, around the size of a fist. He talked about even after the tumor is removed, it never really leaves you. It becomes a part of you and it's with you forever. It's believed that the tumor took such a toll on him mentally, whether it caused his apparent schizophrenia or made it worse, we don't know, but as we could see, we know it messed him up. After this upload, a short clip would be uploaded as well. The vlog channel would ultimately just stop uploading and still hasn't had an upload since then. He'd then move on to a different channel and upload a few clips between 7 to 12 seconds long, and then nothing. He'd then go on to the app that we all know today, TikTok. He'd begin uploading there and even posting on his Facebook, sharing videos with his thoughts on them, most not really making that much sense. Aside from a cheese car lacking cheese, some different shirts, and shorter hair, there isn't much different from what we see him doing today. It's random and frequent uploads of him talking about different topics. Then here we are now. There's a lot of questions and very little answers, and at the moment it doesn't seem like anyone knows the answers to any of the questions that we have, which leads everyone to just speculate. But to summarize this video and to summarize everything that we know, EssayRobles, a high school track and field athlete and aspiring artist, at some point contracted some sort of mental illness that has, as we could see now, slowly ate away at his mental state, leading him into a life of homelessness. He'd travel from Ohio to California, where he now lives, in a beat-up van, both filled and covered in spray insulation, and now he needs help. Fortunately, there has been a guy called Harold Escalante. He has a YouTube channel where he chronicles everything with Isse's permission. He's recently gotten in touch with him, gotten him some food, a hotel room, and a friend. I believe at this moment human contact and socialization is important for him. Honestly, the way that he met Isse was the saddest out of all things.
We came by this young man who was sitting in front of his car that I would soon learn that is actually known as the cheese car. I saw this young man just sitting at the front of the car, just with his head hanging. He looked sad, and I saw the car, and the car had some kind of insulation all over it, and I thought his car had gotten vandalized because it even said Lynch on the side of the car, and there was some other spray painted stuff, and then there was the spray foam all over it, and I was really pissed off because I had thought someone in our town had vandalized his car. So I approached him and I asked him, "Hey, are you alright, man? What's going on? Like, who did this to your car? What's happening?" It became almost immediately clear to me that he was struggling with a lot of things, and I realized also quickly that there was no vandalism. Actually, he put insulation all over his car to stay warm.
I urge you guys to go to his page, like, follow, subscribe, and most importantly, donate to help him out as much as possible. At the moment, he seems to be in a good shape. He has all his documents. Recently, I've seen that Harold has helped him get a new key for the van, and they're currently in the process of cleaning it up. But with all that being said, that's all that we know at the moment. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links are down below. Links to Isse's TikTok and YouTube channel along with Harold's are down below as well. Other than that, hope you guys are doing good, and peace.